Hey girls, it's Wednesday, and it's snowing. The main reason I hate snow is because I've worked at a supermarket for like 6 years, and every time it snows or rains or there's any kind of inclement weather, hordes and hordes of people come, and it's really, really cold in the store because there's only one set of doors, and they're constantly open when it's cold, because people are always coming in. So that's mostly why I hate snow. Before I worked at the supermarket, loved snow. Now, not a big fan. So something mildly awesome / incredibly horrible happened to me yesterday, and it's this. It's I believe, the first ever injury that occurred while writing a novel. I was typing, and the S key gets stuck a lot, and I stuck my thumb under to hold up the S key so it wasn't stuck anymore, and the S key sought vengeance on my thumb and ripped off 89% of my thumbnail. So that was gross, and now I can't type, so that's exciting. Yay. Georgie and I set up questions for us to answer on Saturday, so I'm going to answer them now. So my first ever celebrity crush was actually on a fictional character. It was the summer before 7th grade, and I was 12, and it was the first time I watched in its entirety Back to the Future, and I loved Marty McFly, who was played by Michael J. Fox. I was a weird 12-year-old. Who would ever thought that? And I was really into time travel because I was weird, so everything was awesome, because Marty McFly was like, he tried travel, I want to try travel too. Still mildly infatuated with Michael J. Fox. This is a current picture of him. When I'm sitting on my bed, which is normally where I film, he's right next to Walt Whitman in the David Cook collage back there. I have several other pictures of him around my room, but I can't reach them from here. Fictional characters that I've had a crush on that aren't Marty McFly. Well, the only one I can really think of is Fred Weasley. There's probably been more, but mostly Fred Weasley. I think I've actually loved Fred Weasley longer than I've loved Marty McFly. So I started reading Harry Potter when I was 11. So, yeah, and I've loved Fred since the first time I read the book, so I was 11. So Fred Weasley predates Marty McFly in the Deanna Loves Them. So, yeah. This is my first ever Sassy Society video. I told you guys that I wanted to read 30 books in the year of 2009, and I've already read 10 in the month of January, so I think I'm on a pretty good slope to complete that. But since I'm reading books anyway, I decided that I'll insert a new segment into my Wednesday videos. I've decided that the last Wednesday of every month I'm going to review a book for you guys, so I have my first one right now. Book I will be reviewing, The Bermudez Triangle by Maureen Johnson, which I probably pronounced wrong, and I apologize in advance. Mostly this book is about 3 girls, Nina, Avery, and Mel, and at the very beginning of the story, it's the summer before their senior year of high school, and Nina goes to Smart Camp in Stanford, and they live in upstate New York, I believe. And while Nina is at Smart Camp, Avery and Mel end up becoming a couple, and it's when Nina comes back, it's what happens, and it's a whole book about discovering who you are and who your friends are and what friendship really means. I definitely recommend that you guys read this book, even if you're not really into young adult literature in that way, because it's not really about being a young adult. It's about finding out who you are and what you're about and who your friends really are. So even though it takes place in high school and it is a coming-of-age story, it's really anyone can read it. So it was a great book, and I recommend it to anyone who wants to read it. Before I go, I have one question for you guys to answer next week. What is the weirdest injury you've ever gotten? And Jira, I'll see you tomorrow.